Chandigarhs welcoming you all to yet another Facebook live session of the Times of India. Today, apart from discussing Times of India's Innovation Challenge, it's called a Chandigarh Time Innovation Challenge. We will be discussing a successful life of an entrepreneur. With us, we have Manipal Dhariwal. Hi sir.
Hello, how are you?
Who is the CEO and co-founder of Netsmartz Solutions, who was a successful entrepreneur abroad but returned to country and especially to Punjab to start his business here. Today we will be discussing his success story, his ideas and what he did for the smart startups in this region. Welcome Manipal sir.
Thank you.
As you are a successful entrepreneur abroad, what makes you to come back India and especially to Punjab, if we particularly talk about Chandigarh? What was that reason?
Sure, I'll actually start by giving you a little bit of background. I was born in the district of Patiala in Punjab, so that's where our family is from, originally migrated from Pakistan, our ancestors. So at the age of 7, we moved to East Africa.
Right.
So I grew up over there and then moved on to the United States to pursue my computer engineering at 18. So during all those years, for our summer holidays, we would come back to Punjab, to Chandigarh.
Right.
And so in 1999, I co-founded and started Netsmartz.
Right.
The first couple of years, we saw very good growth, and we grew to over 50 people in the US.
Right.
So around 2001, when we wanted to further grow and scale our business, it's sort of when India was emerging on the IT roadmap, with the Y2K, bug and,
It was the starting time for the IT sector in this.
Absolutely, and India was clearly emerging as a back office option.
Yeah.
So, and at the same time, we were trying to grow our business. So we're like, okay, this is a logical choice to consider a back office in India.
Right.
So I got on an airplane and I came to India, and I traveled to different parts of India.
Right.
At the time, obviously Bangalore, Hyderabad, the Delhi NCR area, Bombay were obviously reasonably more mature IT environments in terms of the ecosystem. But I came to Chandigarh because being from Punjab, this is where our heart and our soul was. So
basically a true Punjabi.
yes. So we're like, if we're gonna do, if we're gonna set up a back office, then it has to be in our home state. Because after spending a few weeks in Bangalore, I like dosa, but everyday dosa was very, very difficult. So I'm like, no. I think there are no challenges over here, but we're going to do it here because I believe in the long-term potential of the region, and more importantly, I just love our people, and I'm enjoying the process of building a business here.
As you are very successful abroad, and now you are also a successful entrepreneur in Chandigarh Tri-City region, what were those challenges which you initially faced while setting up your business in Chandigarh? What were those challenges?
Well, in Chandigarh specifically, as I mentioned, because now we trail back 18 years, right? 2001 when I came here. So Chandigarh was really not on the IT roadmap at all.
Yes.
So, some of the key challenges were, I remember my first office space that I took up was in Sector 9 Chandigarh. Why? Because there was a internet provider close to us. So there was data connectivity.
Yeah.
Our business is about being connected on the cloud. Then I realized soon enough, because I came with the impression that Chandigarh is the New York of the Punjab and the northern India. So soon enough I realized, we have some basic issues. Infrastructure was a problem. Our airport is still not there. I mean, sort of there, but you can imagine. So connectivity was the issue. Internet connections were still at its nascent stages. Then people. Our business is about people in the IT industry. So I realized that because there was no ecosystem, people would not stay back. It's not like you don't have people. They would travel out to either NCR or Bangalore area or abroad, as people are fascinated over here. So it was very hard to find talent over here, and you were limited to PEC, Thapar, and few of the established engineering colleges. The PTU program was just sort of shaping up. So I had a lot of issues initially finding good talent. So every weekend, I would either travel out to Delhi or go to Bangalore to find and bring people over here, so I could help scale and grow my business.
As during this Innovation Challenge program, we interviewed a number of people. They were also telling that retaining talent was a major challenge for them. So you also find that, though you said okay, hiring is, we went to Bangalore, we went to Gurgaon, but retaining those talent in Chandigarh, was that a major challenge for you?
Absolutely. Just like I was I prefer to be here in our home state. I'm sure people, when they come from, say, Bangalore or Hyderabad, they can be here for a year or two, but eventually they don't care for the paratha, so they want to go back. And there is more opportunity, in their respective states.
Yeah.
So it was a serious issue. But then that's when we made a decision that, and it was an opportunity for us too. So we realized these PTU colleges are coming up. It's hard to retain outside talent. But let's target people who have moved from this area and are willing and wanting to come back, number one. Number two, we focused on building a skilling program that, we started a separate business to skill young engineers from the area who we could then engage in our workforce, and they were motivated to stay back over here because this is their home city or home, state.
So you, before this interview, you were also telling me that you are the president of that startup innovation company which provides initial support to the startups. Can you explain that? What was that project and how you started that? Because you are the founder and president of that group.
Sure. So it's called the Startup Accelerator Chamber of Commerce.
Okay.
And this was set up 4 years back. So this was actually just a little before the Startup India, Stand Up India initiative.
Okay,
so,
that's great.
Yeah, so this is just, a way of, if you will, giving back. Because I felt that as a first generation entrepreneur, there were a lot of challenges in trying to scale and build a business. So I was like, why not, create an initiative that can work into the grassroots of the Punjab and Haryana and J&K areas and in the Tri-City over here to help people, build businesses, by providing mentoring, by providing guidance, by bringing international platforms like Startup Weekends, which are established programs internationally, bringing them over here, using the phone and the internet to connect people with mentoring internationally, helping build, we started a startup in a box, small co-working space where, people who won competitions could then get some space to then build their businesses. So, basic grassroots level initiatives to at least support, handhold and guide people. Because I truly believe, Punjabis are very enterprising and they find so much opportunity the world over, whether it's Canada, whether it's Africa, whether it is England. So, why not provide that opportunity over here?
So as we see your successful career, successful business career, one thing, if you want to change one thing, you want to do differently, what will be that one thing over these 18 years? Because you were also the first time entrepreneur. So one thing which you want to change, at that time I did that. If I want to change that thing, now I will do accordingly that situation.
Sure. It was an expensive mistake for me because like I mentioned, first couple of years into business, started to do reasonably well, and I was very passionate that we want to build a product. So we started a separate product company, and we got too passionate with it. Like there's a term, we got married to that product. So continue to invest money, time, effort. Next we realized that we've gone 2 years into it, spent over $1 million without a customer.
Okay.
So, and we thought that was the best thing after sliced bread. And soon realized that, so my learning was that, when you have an idea, make sure you validate it, make sure early on you have some paying customers. Before you really get passionate about it and, take it to the next level. So that was an absolute learning and, we've applied it since.
Do you still feel that the Chandigarh, if we talk about the Tri-City region, be it Panchkula, Mohali, Chandigarh, do we have that ecosystem required for the startups? If the Punjab government, Haryana government or Chandigarh administration, are they doing enough for the young entrepreneurs?
Well, I'll put it this way that they've started. What I like is, I think, with Startup India, Stand Up India, Government of India, at least a basic awareness has been created where at least now these states and the union territories are taking notice of it. I believe they're all being measured based on a framework that has been laid out over there. But I feel it would be nice if we could get into the soul of it. Because I feel this is a true opportunity as far as this Tri-City goes, which quite frankly represents Punjab, Northern Haryana, Himachal, J&K. It is a true opportunity for us to take on the rest of India and potentially become a startup capital of the country. But yes, I think maybe a little bit more can happen. And what can happen is where you get into the soul of it, where people really feel that we have a vibrant, supportive government that really means it and it's just not doing it because you have to hit it, a tick box.
So how that support system can work? Because you are also you've done a number of works with the Punjab government as well. So what will be your suggestion to the Punjab government or the Haryana government or the Chandigarh administration? What should they do?
Sure, I think we need to have better follow through because as the term startup, it takes time. So you have to lay the framework. So whether it is providing an incubator in every district, whether it is creating mentoring networks with all the supports, whether it is creating these funds.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of these things get said, and I'm sure they're being worked on, but I think we can bring a little bit more speed. And that is truly an opportunity we have because other states are going through the same initiative. So I think a little bit more dynamism if can come in terms of speed and follow through, it will make a world of a difference.
So what will be your suggestion to the budding entrepreneurs of this region, those who want to set up their business in Chandigarh or the Tri-City region?
Well, you know, I'll tell you this. I mean, I've had an opportunity to live in many parts of the world and do business in many different countries. I truly feel, you know, India is the last of the large economies that is yet to see explosive growth. You know, our population is very young, under the age of 35, and so many problems to solve. And the phone and the internet has connected everybody. It's a level playing field. So it's full of opportunities. It's a glass half full theory, depending on how you look at it. So I truly feel, you know, pursue your passion. You know, don't be worried to fail, because not everybody is successful day one. And there is enough of a supporting environment that can get you started. So get started, get mentoring. You know, don't immediately go out there and start seeking funding. You know, just stick to the basics. And you know, it's a journey. Enjoy your journey. You know, it's like climbing a mountain. You go up, you can reach a plateau. Then you go up, you reach a plateau. So it's a whole process that you should embark on. And this is the best time right now, as far as this country goes, you know, for our youngsters to get out there. I think the maximum number of millionaires in the coming times are going to be created in this country.
As you are encouraging budding entrepreneurs of this region as well, so what kind of challenges they come before you? They said, sir, we need support in this system. Sir, we need such kind of support. Sir, we need financial support. So what kind of those challenges they face and they come to you, and how you solve those problems?
Yeah, see, I think what's happening is right now, many of them, there's a disparity. If there are people from the Tri-City, they're still a little more refined as compared to folks from the interiors of, you know, Punjab or Haryana, because we do work there also. So I feel they should not just get caught up with the notion of startup, you know, that's easy. It's not quick money. No, it's a commitment, you know, to build a business. So you know, validation of idea, you know, understanding what is involved over here, where there's so much information literature. So we do a lot in terms of educating people initially to go through a 6-point checklist, sort of, you know, to make sure that, you know, you're actually ready. Not just because you had one idea, you know, in the morning and you're like, okay, you know, I'm starting a startup. Yeah, it's a little bit more than that. So yeah, so we help align people's, make sure that, you know, they're aligned with, you know, where they are at the point in time, and you know, don't, you know, jump the gun.
As you have businesses abroad as well, so what is the difference between setting up business there and in India? Is it conducive for the entrepreneurs to set up their business in India, or is it easy to set up in abroad?
Well, you know, abroad means many different countries, right? But you know, if I talk about the United States, where I started my business, I truly feel, you know, and it still is a land of opportunity. You know, I mean, over there I was able to literally just focus on my business and not worry about anything else. So I'm not sure where they feel where they are in the ease of doing business, but I keep seeing in the media that India seems to be improving in the ease of doing business. So you know, those are, I think, all those parameters that need to be worked on. But yes, you know, over the years I did have challenges outside. As it is, it's difficult to run a business. Then you have to then you know, deal with the norms and compliances and, you know, a lot of other challenges, which I think are better than before. You know, and therefore I think the ease of doing business index is improving. But still, I think there's a long way to go.
The Times of India has started this initiative, that it's Chandigarh Time Innovation Challenge. So do you feel such kind of platform will provide help to the budding entrepreneurs?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, with print media and with, you know, a platform like Times of India, it helps bring recognition to a region like Chandigarh, you know, where many people who are probably tuned in from around the world or the country will recognize, you know, what's going on over here. So I think the awareness and outreach programs are critical foundationally to, you know, build ecosystems, you know, startup ecosystems.
It was wonderful talking to you, Manipal. Thanks a lot. This is Rajinder S. Nagarkoti with senior camera person Pritam Thakur. Thank you.